So I wanted to finish the topic because that was already a 10-minute video. So if you didn't watch the last video, this is a continuation off of becoming a travel agent and this fear around MLM and pyramid scheme type stuff. I don't plan on this being a 10-minute video because I was almost done with the topic, but I did want to finish it because I was touching on a very important topic. So if you're interested in that, keep watching the video. If you've never seen me before, my name is Mia. I am a traveler of 20 years, primarily solo travel. I started as an unaccompanied minor when I was 12 years old, and I'm also an airline employee and a travel agent, and I teach people how to travel smarter, not harder, through my own life experiences, but also the fact that I work hands in the industry in every level. So I basically bring all this information to you to help you be able to have a more easily or effortless travel experience. Is it going to be perfect? Probably not, because none of my trips have been perfect, let's be real, but I try to help you guys with that. So this is a continuation off of the topic where I left off, and we're talking about the Better Business Bureau. So if you didn't watch the last video, please check that out. But I wanted to continue on the topic that when they go through these legitimacy like complaints of like agents who might have gotten in, didn't make an income, but they had all the training and they just didn't have any activity showing they had even attempted to do the job. Well, that's not on the company, that's on you as the agent choosing to get in and not put all the training that you put and time that you put in to even trying to make it a success. Because this is not a 9-to-5 where you show up to work and you get paid for the hours you put in. You actually, in order to have a business, have to do work. And you have to build that. It's not to say that it doesn't get easier over time and that you don't have to spend less amount of time booking the travel. Like Hawaii bookings when I first started, oh my gosh, my first client, it took me days because I didn't know what vendors. I had to look through so many vendors, and now I know for like price point and for all the like extras and for all the things that people look for on a vacation, I know what vendors to go through. So it went from taking maybe 3 days of trying to book a Hawaii vacation to now it takes me like an hour max. And I'm talking, I have a whole entire decorated like quote form that I do. And if you guys haven't seen that, I have a past video on that. But I have a whole entire decorated form that I literally like type all the information in, and that takes like half an hour in of itself. So the actual booking part of it, like the researching part of it, now that I know the certain specific vendors to book through, it takes me like half an hour. So really it's a total hour of my time, and then however long it takes for me to type in their information to actually put the booking through, which is maybe 10-15 minutes. So it is like so quick to put those in, and like the commissions on my Hawaii vacations are insane. So you get better over time, but you have to start. You have to go through the process of it being a little bit difficult at first, a little confusing because this is all new. Naturally, any job you get into, it's a little confusing and overwhelming at first, but once you get used to it, you get better, you get faster, and you become an expert in your area, right? That's in any job. And so people who don't take that time, their complaints on the business are completely illegitimate unless you can show that the company was scamming you out of commissions or whatever. Two, my company specifically, and like I said, this might be different with other companies, but my company specifically, if you get into the business and you decide you just don't have the time to run this business, you did the training, you're trying to figure out how to like make it all work, but it's just to the point where you don't even want to start at this point, you can get your licensing fee, which is your startup fee. That's literally so small, you guys. Like people who complain about the licensing fee, which is extremely tiny. First of all, I've seen all these other like side hustle businesses charge way more, and they don't actually require a license. Whereas to be a travel agent, you are dealing with people's credit card information and you are dealing with people's personal information. You are dealing with SSI, which is secured information. You have to have a license to be able to deal with that kind of information, you guys. Like it's like a realtor. A realtor also has to have a license. And like thankfully you don't have to go back to school for 2 years to get like an associate's degree to be able to get this license. You just have to do the 10 hours of training that the company has before you can start booking. But anyway, all that to say, if you get in And in 30 days, you're just like, no, this is not for me. Like, I did the training and this just sounds like too overwhelming. Literally within 30 days, you can get your licensing costs back, which is honestly huge because you still did all the licensing training that the company gave you, and they're still going to give you your licensing costs back, even though you did their training, which they could charge for. So the fact that they do that, I think, is huge and massive and says a lot about that company. And also the reason they do that is because it is a 30-day money back guarantee. Why? Because they guarantee if you do this training and you put this training to use, you're gonna make money and you're gonna be successful. And they're so confident in that they'll give you your money back if you don't, because it means that you're not one who wants to do the work. So there's no point in keeping you in the business if you're not gonna make money. You're just another body that's there, right? So the company doesn't, like, if you don't want to be there, that's fine. Like, they're like, cool, take your money back, take your licensing costs back. Now you have like at least the licensing education. And then if you ever decide down the road, like, maybe this is for me, you can always come back. But like, they're fine with giving you your money back in 30 days. Like, that's huge. That's huge. How many companies do that? You know? And then 2, my company also has a money back guarantee. If you are in the business for 1 year and you don't make any money in 1 year, you get all of your licensing and your monthly costs back, literally. In a year, if you don't make more money than you put out, because they guarantee you will if you do the work, and if you don't, they'll give you your money back. Year. You have 1 year to promise yourself that you're gonna try. 1 year of putting it in, and if it's not successful for you, you get your money back. How many companies can say that, right? So that's why I say, like, do your research. What benefits does that company have? What backing does that company have? What Better Business Bureau rating does that company have? Because you're gonna know the legitimacy, you're gonna know the care that company has, like, all the things. So that's why I tell people all the time, I can tell you about my company, I can tell you about my experience as a travel agent. You can take my word for it or not, but I wouldn't still be doing this and committing this amount of time if it wasn't working, because I'm a quality time love language girl and I value my time more than anything in this world, because I'm busy, right? So if I'm going to commit this amount of time, it's because I believe in it. And I tell agents this all the time. When you get in, I am so down with investing my time into showing you exactly how I did what I did so you can replicate it and become successful too. We have agents on our team that are doing $500,000 in sales. Like, literally agents that we were just in a club, having some drinks, hanging out at VIP, literally doing $500,000 in sales a year. That's massive, you guys. Like, if you think that the industry is saturated like I did before I got in, just wait till you get in and watch, because you bring something different to the table than another travel agent. Your experiences are going to be different than mine. And maybe you're somebody that has done very little traveling in their life at all, and one, you're gonna get the freaking amazing like perks and discounts that travel agents get, which is better than my airline discounts, FYI, better than my airline discounts. You're also going to be able to earn commissions back on your own travel. You're going to be able to travel more. But 2, there are a lot of people that haven't gotten out and travel, and you're going to learn the travel industry through booking travel, because you're going to research things and you're going to find things, and you're going to and your knowledge base is going to grow. And the amount of companies we work with, thousands of companies, and even companies we don't work with, we can work with. Like, we just call them and say, hey, I want to partner with you. And like, literally, we work with Disney and Delta and Southwest and United and Princess Cruises and like, I don't even know, Celebration and Carnival and like all these major companies, you guys. And you're building these relationships and you're learning through their training portals how to become better in your area. Like, it is, your knowledge base will grow. You will be successful. Do not discredit yourself before you've even tried. I am telling you, once you get in, I will teach you exactly how I did it so that you don't struggle in the beginning like I did. But not to say it's not going to take time or feel weird at first. It is, but you will get better, you will get faster, and you will be making all the uncapped income. And that's what I have to say about being a travel agent.